Law 10 of the 48 Laws of Power is to avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. This will save you so much time in your spiritual journey if you can navigate around people that will bring you misery. Her name was Lola, and that's who the law is fashioned after. A very tempting person named Lola that took down courtesan after courtesan and political person and rulers of nations because she was a temptation, but she was degradation to their entire way of living. She would come and leave, like Linus's blanket, a trail of disaster in her path, moving on, ruining friendships, ruining alliances, ruining governmental structures, and she would just laugh. Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette. This is my channel, Evolve with Monette. For those of you that are new here, I'm a professional intuitive empath. So good to share energy with you today. Come on in. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Thank you for inviting me in. Let's begin. This is an important lesson. I've taught it several different ways. I have some other videos here. I'll try to link some of them below as other visual teaching aids for you, or teaching aids in general. But this law, written by Robert Greene from his, at this point, iconic book, The 48 Laws of Power, is a brilliant look at how who you surround yourself with can cause you issues. Today's case study, Dame Dash. Dame Dash is a May 3rd Taurus, born in 1971, I believe, who has many moments of incredible popularity, fame, and acclaim, but he is his own worst enemy, and apparently he's everyone's own worst enemy. Whoever gets proximal to Dame starts to lose eventually. He is the unfortunate, he is the unlucky. He is also a clown. He doesn't seem to understand that. He is having this moment where he is approaching some very pivotal things in his life. I believe approaching a second Saturn return. And he's not doing it right. Let me just tell you, he's not a client of mine, but if I were to advise him, I would tell him there are so many ways you can pull out. He's always so close to a win, but everything he gets in, he messes up because he refuses to acknowledge some very serious personality flaws that he has. I'll give you a brief little history for those of you that don't know who Dame Dash is. He was the partner with Jay-Z when they created Rockefeller. So back in the day when that began, he did it. Jay-Z left him years ago because he realized that he was not going to be able to ascend the way he wanted to and make the pivot he has into mogulhood, if you will, moguldom, if he was having Dame there, because Dame was behaving dumbly, ignorantly, cursing out people, losing his temper in board meetings, running up on people like he was in the hood, but this was like a boardroom of Caucasian folks. Like, if you know, you know. It reminds me of a skit that Dave Chappelle did. When keeping it real goes wrong, essentially, he would be in a boardroom and he would kind of like code switch, and it was funny. Anyway, you had to be there. If you guys know who Dave Chappelle is, maybe I'll see if I can find a clip of it and connect it below, but that is for those of you little kitchen table talk so that you can understand. There's a way that we manage ourselves in various societies. Everyone has code switching in their society. Everybody does it, okay? So things that you would and wouldn't say, things you would and wouldn't do, and ways you would and wouldn't behave. Well, for Dame Dash, he does not subscribe to any of that. Whilst he wants to fashion himself as a business persona and a boss and a mogul, he is a clown. He just went viral again on The Breakfast Club, where he went viral 10 years ago. He's learned nothing in between then, because he came in making fun of everybody 10 years ago about not being a boss and having owners and whatever, and Dame has not been able to get a single thing off the ground. He has filed bankruptcy recently. We watched his teeth fly out of his mouth recently. We've watched him go around begging, starting fights, trying to bring truces, and now suing. The caption on the screen is not even a picture of Dame's lame ass. I actually put the most recent shenanigan that he has embroiled himself in, because he now sees Cameron, someone who was once his friend, as someone who's going to bail him out of his financial burdens. He's suing Cameron for defamation for $300 million, allegedly. $300 million sounds like a pinky should be inserted to your mouth and that your alias should be Mike Myers, aka Dr. Evil. $300 million? Where is he getting this number from? In any case, Dame is always on the run. He's always running from someone. He's always chasing down the next person that he can have turn into a crook. He's always trying to be a crook, scared to death, scared to look, because ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. He's always talking about his OGs. He's referencing the old game, and he has not evolved. He is still the same, and that is his claim to fame. He's a fucking mess. Now, his issue is, being a Taurus sun sign, he is highly, highly connected to the idea of status, of being in charge, of being a boss, and of being a ruler. The Hierophant would be the tarot card associated with that, and so he wants that to be him. He moves like an Aries, which is the Emperor, really, but he really thinks that he's him. He thinks he's Timothy, for sure, but he's not. He's a mess, and it's embarrassing at this point. But the problem with Dame isn't just the mess he is for himself, it's the mess he is for everyone that is surrounding him. And here is where this Law 10 comes in handy. To avoid the unlucky means to strategically distance yourself from people who are consistently spreading negativity. Dame is a self-proclaimed, well, he said he wasn't a chatty patty, but survey says that's a lie. He is, in fact, the chattiest of the patties, okay? Consistently spreading negativity, they portray themselves as a victim perpetually. They create drama as their emotional state. They have negative outbursts, and they can become infecting to others around them and detrimental to your well-being. This does not mean that as earth angels we do not help people that are in need, but you need to discern if someone is off the deep end and if they're going to cause you drama because they are traumatized, and then they will walk away like Lola did and laugh after they leave literally an aftermath of destruction in their path, okay? In their wake is nothing but destruction. And that is Dame, for goodness or badness sake. Everything he touches turns to shit. And the irony of it is, as a Taurus, he has a natural alchemical aligning to have a Midas touch, meaning everything he touches would turn to gold. Tauruses are meant to live luxuriously. When they are in their highest vibration, when they are in their north node, they are moving in the space where all six senses, 5, 6, 7, 8, whichever ones you want to count, are enhanced and great. They live well, they eat well, they travel well. And he has some things and some acclaim, but it always seems like it's just on the edge of being taken from Dame, because Dame is his own worst enemy. Have you ever met anybody like that, where they get in their way every single time a deal's on the table, every time something could be just about to be inked? Recently on the Breakfast Club, he announced that he was going to be the chairman of Revolt. Revolt had to come out and say no such thing is true. Please don't abandon ship. Stop, unpack the boxes that you're packing at your desk. Dame's not coming in here to rule you. We don't know what he's talking about. This was never even something we discussed. He just runs his mouth, and everywhere he goes, he brings with him a trail of destruction and shenanigans. He's a mess. He's a mess. He's a mess. He is a lower vibrational Taurus who is never going to learn his lesson. I am a hopeful person. I think that people can evolve and change. But Taurus is a fixed sign. It doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means it's harder for him to do. A change for him to tuck into is something he would have to really commit to. And it is not his natural proclivity to think that he's wrong about anything, because he has had moments of brilliance. He has had flashes of insight. He has had moments when it was right. But just like Jay-Z said, when someone asked him about it, they said, Dame's a smart guy. He'll figure it out. Except Jay-Z knew he wasn't going to figure it out. And that's why Jay-Z walked out. And Kanye had a decision too when they broke up. Do I go with Dame or do I stay with you, Jay? And in one of my favorite songs, when it comes to being good, he's true to me. One thing I found, you know I'll never let you down. He talks about his opportunity to stay with Jay or to go with Dame, and he chose Dame. Here's to the Rock, here's to Rockefeller. That was off of the album College Dropout, I think. It was so good, so good. The point is this. And when Dame, you know what's so funny? There was a song, this is a perfect example of staying away from people that are fortunate and unlucky. Kanye is singing songs to Dame that would become part of the discography of our life. Songs that would win multiple Grammys, Through the Wire, all of this stuff that when we think of Kanye, when everybody says, I want the old Kanye, straight from the gold Kanye, like the old school Kanye before we got the new Kanye. Kanye was making heat, fire, hot fire, pepper fire. It was so good. And he was communicating it to Dame. And Dame was like, this is trash. You need to let someone else get on, da, 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 da. And right then was an observation of how Dame didn't have the magic that he thought he had. He had a few moments of clarity, but he wasn't really as good as he thought he was. And Kanye made his own executive decisions to move away and to move into alignment with Jay-Z, which was fantastic for his career. It skyrocketed. But the key was moving away from Dame, because Dame was unfortunate and unlucky. Had he had stayed with Dame, he would have had to take some circuitous path back to success, because when Dame is next to you, success forgets you exist. And that's what you need to realize. I've watched this happen in my life with people that I've been friends with when they started dating someone, and that person's energy would rub off of them. I was like, I can't stand you. It's happened to me too. Someone I dated made people not like me. It is a real thing. Avoid the unfortunate and the unlucky. Energy signatures are real, and we share that. And so when we are not even communicating, we're always communicating as these primal beings. And Dame has an energy signature that is not only not discreet, it's messy. Dame is never neat. He's a hot mess, and everywhere he goes, it's always drama. It's always a fight. It's always an accusation. It's always a messy barbershop tea party where he's spilling the tea like the chatty patty that he is. He is like old school in this most antiquated way, where every 35 seconds he's saying pause because he's terrified someone's going to think he's gay. It's exhausting. I'm exhausted talking to you about it. But it is the perfect example. Someone straight from the zeitgeist who is a mess and who is damaged. Dame is never going to recover. This is I wouldn't say that so widely, because I believe everyone can have a comeuppance. Dame is a mess, and everything he gets into crumbles, and everything he touches fails, and he will never prevail. And it's not because he has juju on him, and it's not because someone doesn't like him, and it's not because Jay-Z said never let him win. It's because Dame carries with him this unlucky energy that he is steeped in. Stay away from Dame if you want success, because nothing that he touches is ever blessed. And as soon as he gets next to you, success will forget it once knew you too, and now you'll be just like Dame, wondering what next to do or who next to sue, because that's the only way he's going to get a come up, and that's going to fail too. Cameron's safe, because Dame, as per usual, played in his face. He is a perpetual line stepper. That's something else you need to know about people that are unfortunate and unlucky. They will cross your boundaries and then double back and cross them again. They will act like y'all are on the basketball court. They will do a layover, double up, all the words I don't even know. They will try you to your face so hard. Boundaries, what are those? And Tauruses and boundaries, Tauruses that are not regulated, that are not evolved, that are not grounding, that are not doing their work. Girl, the way that they will cross you, the way that they don't give a damn about your boundaries and what you said, and your yeses being yes, your no being no, and your privacy being private, they don't give a damn. And he doesn't. And he shows it time after time, mans after mans. Pause, as Dame would say. I'm sick of him already. Stay away from people like this. They will ruin up your shit. That's the most quick way that I can tell it to you. They will ruin it up. They will mess up everything you do. In my life, when I've been next to unfortunate lucky people, the way that I could see the money like going through a sieve in my life, the way that people weren't treating me right, the way people that are unlucky will really splash that nastiness onto you, and now you're like, wait, what did I do? You didn't do anything. You tried to help someone who seemed tragic and sad, and you wanted to give them help and help them have a good life, and you wanted to love them back to right, and they will mess you over. There is no loyalty amongst that thief. They are not going to bring you any kind of relief. They're going to steal your things quickly and expeditiously, and look back and laugh at you and be like, you should have been quicker than that, dummy. That's Dame. That is him encapsulated completely. He is an archetype, and that's what the study is today. An unlucky and unfortunate person has come your way. So the next time you see someone and you see the disaster before they even get close to you, know that you have a Dame Dash approaching you. So good sharing energy with you today. Stay out of the way of these crazy people. Law 10 is one that saved me again and again and again and again. Okay? Dame is coming for you. There will always be a Dame at the next bus stop or two. Your decision is to move over and let there be 2 seats between you and Dame, because if he gets that stink on you, it's like a skunk. There's a lot of baths you have to take and a lot of vinegar to be, washed in and drunk in order for you to get that funk off of you. It takes time to recover when a Dame Dash is in your energy field, approaching you or literally encroaching upon you. That's the word for a Dame Dash. Come back and join me next time. Stay sucker free and Dame free, because these people will bring you to your knees. We'll continue to evolve together.